Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. Hopefully this is going to be more racially sensitive than Ogre Battle, March of the Black Queen, who's not actually black.
Yeah, that was really offensive. I just don't think Japan understands the racial tensions in America.
It's also thick tension. So I hear that this is like kind of like playing an anime.
Oh, we're gonna get the tentacles all up in there.
So I'm hoping it's gonna be just a notch above those FMV titles from the 90s, but we'll see. Tough act to follow, to be quite honest. Let's play! So today's primarily going to function as a first impressions of this particular game. Welcome to
I-75.
What? Is that what it said?
Yes,
I-75? This takes place in Michigan, Motorville.
No, this is Florida.
What?
This could be anywhere between Michigan and Florida.
There aren't white people in Detroit.
This is not Detroit in the 40s, the 50s.
This is like Tennessee. Did you see those mountains?
Oh, say hi to your mother for me.
Little setup there. Something tragic happens to the mother a little bit later on. Spoiler alert.
What? Why'd you spoil it for me?
Are you serious? It's telling me. I get it. Okay, I know. Don't run me over, please, God.
This is the child who will save the world.
You're sparing no time to get this started.
Is this Queen Beryl? That bird is pretty boss.
What is the child's name?
Oliver, your radiance.
Is that the bird's voice? I
Oliver.
don't like him much anymore.
What voice would you want?
Gilbert Gottfried, obviously. Wow, this is beautiful.
Gilbert Gottfried is dead.
No, he's not. That maybe might be dead to us, but he's not dead. Here's one reason this is definitely not in Detroit. Listen to this guy here. The adults here in Motorville are all fine, upstanding citizens. If you listen to your mother, you'll grow into a fine, upstanding citizen too.
But this is
before
clearly
the-
a prison,
yeah.
so that is Detroit, actually.
So in terms of the story, we're about to meet the mother, which is apparently very, very crucial character and element of the game.
This is actually Mother 4, I believe.
Hey, Mom.
Well, what I like about this is that it's a JRPG, but it's not like some emo protagonist. It's not someone with this like dark, horrible past. It's just some innocent
yet.
kid. Not yet, but like it's just some innocent kid.
He's
You know,
about to get a dark horrible.
Here's a big moment in the game here, guys. They're obsessed with motor vehicles. They're gonna try out their own. Mom's out of the house now, probably roaming the streets. And here's Oliver. He's about to try it out for the first time. Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
Fuck that Bill!
That was the wheel that the parrot looked at.
Why can no one swim when they need to know how to swim? Swimming's so fucking easy.
Hey, I almost
Philip,
drowned
what
when I was
happened?
4.
It's all
Yeah, wait, 4?
There are people who just can't swim.
What about your car?
That hunk of junk, I can make another one in no time.
Maybe you shouldn't.
I think quite enough excitement for one day.
Are you okay?
Mom, what's wrong?
Why is she clenching her breast?
It's cancer.
Heart
We
attack.
did have a week.
Heart attack.
Oh, dear. Mom! No!
This is too much after playing Mother 3.
Leave me. God.
Moom! Moom!
Oh, this is terrible.
We're gonna need a Mother 4 now. Mother 3's all dead.
Let us see how this story unfolds. I'm sure the ending will be
Cool.
engaging.
Nice cape.
I already made a comment about the cape.
Oh, you did?
I did. Review the footage. You know it to be true.
You know, one thing I've noticed so far about this game is that I have played almost zero of it. But that said, I'm still very entertained. This is one of the few times where there's been so many cutscenes and I've just not cared. Because they don't really seem like cutscenes in a way. That seems like I'm watching a movie that I get to play.
And it's engrossing. I mean, like, when the mother died, that was a good mother death.
That was a good mother death.
It was.
It was a good mother death. So far this has a lot of JRPG tropes, you know, tragic mother death,
What?
quirky sidekick, interpretation of America. So I guess this just kind of is Mother, I suppose.
And I mean, it has a lot of Studio Ghibli tropes too.
Oh yeah,
Being
definitely.
the young child protagonist and everything.
Yes. So Studio Ghibli created Howl's Moving Castle, My Neighbor Totoro, Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke. They're very well known in Japan, and you can definitely see their touch on this game here. It's just beautifully animated. It's fantastic. It is just absolutely gorgeous.
It is very attractive.
It's almost as good as Fahrenheit for the Sega CD32X. Everything's flowing back and forth.
I like the less detailed stuff.
So this
Honestly,
is...
like the landscapes I think look really, really great.
I like how this is like the first time in like a game where I've ever played like a forest level that actually felt like I was in a living, breathing forest. And like it didn't feel like I was in a video game. Or like in an area that had like artificial walls set up because it was a forest and it was supposed to be expansive. And it's like, oh, well, I can't go there because the game isn't allowing me to do so. Like it actually feels like it's alive. And look at this invisible wall right here.
You can really make out the details in the invisible wall though with these graphics.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, it's only 720, but
This is really dramatic. I mean, I know it's the deep dark woods and everything, but this is really brassy.
Overall, the music's great. It's just a little bit intense at certain inappropriate times.
Mainly now.
Although we previously talked about how enjoyable it was to just kind of watch the story get fleshed out here,
None of this is important.
kind of want to start playing now, and it's been about an hour.
Like, I understand having the cutscene with the mom dying. That's an emotional draw here. But this is just like, yeah, we probably better get you a wand.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. We have the emotional drive to get going.
And then it stops it.
We don't need to keep talking about my fucking wand.
Yeah. So Japanese. This stuff is in Secret of Mana, Legend of Mana, the Zelda games.
To be fair, this is the most horrifying tree person I've ever seen.
Just think what I want him to do. Here goes.
So what do we think about the battle system here so far? I think it's very interactive. It's not turn-based. You can see the enemies on screen, kind of like Mother, before you attack them.
I like it.
I
What do you think about the challenge level?
I mean, it's hard to say at this point in the game. I'm still not totally in love with it, but like we say, it's very early in the game. There's only a few different options I have, so even though it's not turn-based, it's still time-based, so it's got a little bit of a rigidity to it, but we'll see how it goes throughout the game.
Yeah. There we go. Boom! Got a lot of time to read during this epic battle.
That's pretty cool. No, that's
Nice.
that's not weak sauce at all.
Now, that would have been really useful at the beginning of the battle.
Yes, Your Majesty. It appears that you were cursed with a lack of enthusiasm.
I'm sorry, but this is so ridiculous.
What about it?
Are you kidding me? Your Majesty, you've been cursed with a lack of enthusiasm. Oh.
I'm okay with the lack of enthusiasm, the constant meowjesty. We can't get out of here too soon. Your meowjesty, your meowjesty,
Your Majesty. I do feel like this game, the more and more I play, it just does everything possible to prevent story progression. Like, is that
It's
not...
just like there's got to be stuff for the player to do, you know, like walking around.
Like, it showed us that, like, crazy witch person from the beginning with, like, the galaxy cape, and she was so cool, and we haven't seen her in hours because we've been fucking around this town, like, with cat puns and fish and wands and equipping stuff, and, like, only being able to do one thing at a time for no reason, and...
Right, like I understand that it's still early in the game, but
I get it.
Let's
go.
Let's
Like,
move
I'm
it along.
excited to move forward. You've got my interest. Why are you destroying that interest?
You could assign some tasks to us that advance the story.
Yes! What a thoughtful idea, in fact. How do we think the battle system has evolved so far? We've equipped some weapons, some armor, we have a second familiar, Oliver is getting the shit kicked out of him, but he can do some magic now. How's the enjoyability level?
It's pretty good. The difficulty has ramped up quite a bit here.
Yeah. Like, the enemy should be like an enjoyable experience, and like the battle system's pretty interesting and Pokemon-ish. Just like there's so many enemies per dungeon that it's kind of just kind of grindy feeling.
Oh.
Oh god, the mouse said say cheese. Oh. Driving home those puns.
Yeah.
Having down should always
Grinding in my
be
mind.
I really hope we're done here.
Nino Kuni. So what do we think about this game so far, guys?
Yeah, we only have a little bit of a taste so far, and I've given it a lot of shit because of the terrible puns, and I hope the worst of that is behind us.
Absolutely.
But it's still a very intriguing game. It seems like there's some emotions a brewing there, and the art's beautiful, the music's great.
Yeah. Absolutely. Presentation is undeniably good. And frankly, I am just so glad we're finally getting a 3D version of Mother 3. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
PS3, Mother 3.
Exactly.
It's a perfect marriage.
Exactly. Thank you, Mr. Etoy. I do think that the battle system is very Pokemonish, which is good, but it's a little bit repetitive just in terms of the grinding, I guess, and the gameplay isn't that interesting.
Yeah, hopefully once your characters get a little bit more developed, there's some more variety there.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, I was really compelled by the design of the game. Absolutely beautiful and really, really fun, and it really grips you. But on the other hand, I think that it held your hand way, way, way too much. There's also too many chores that you have to constantly do. So just like, let's get on with it and play the game.
Yeah.
Less lecturing and more.
I agree about the chores. I don't mind the tutorials too much, but hey.
Thanks for watching the episode, and don't forget to subscribe to us, like us on Facebook, and fan us on Twitter. And if you like the graphic design, animations, and illustrations that we use in our episodes, make sure to check out our graphic designer's website, animicalpine.com. The link is in the description below.